Tens of thousands of farmers have left their farms. They have been protesting against 3 new agricultural laws introduced by the Indian government.
ये तीनों जो कानून हैं, ये किसानों के भले के नाम पर पूंजीपतियों को पोषित करने वाले हैं
कि जो देश का पेट भरता है आज आपकी गलत पॉलिसियों के कारण उसको भूखा बैठना पड़ रहा है।
अगर नहीं मानेंगे तो हमारा संघर्ष ऐसे ही चलेगा।
It is a matter of life and death for tens of thousands of these farmers from North India. Since the last week of November, tens of thousands of farmers have left their farms and made the highways leading to India's power centre, Delhi, their homes. They have been protesting against 3 new agricultural laws introduced by the Indian government in September. While the government feels these laws and these reforms are necessary to open up the agricultural market, farmers disagree. Farmers feel that opening up the agricultural sector, liberalizing the agricultural market, would leave them at the mercy of big corporations. They feel this will destroy their livelihood.
ये तीनों जो कानून हैं, ये किसानों के भले के नाम पर पूंजीपतियों को पोषित करने वाले हैं। पूंजीपतियों को कृषि उपजों के व्यापार पर एकाधिकार देने वाले हैं।
आंदोलन के साथ पूरा देश जुड़ रहा है। राजनीतिक दल जो वोटों की राजनीति करने वाले हैं वो भी साथ में खड़े हैं। ट्रेड यूनियन साथ में आ गई है। पूरे देश के खिलाड़ी अवार्ड वापस कर रहे हैं। सरकार को देखना चाहिए कि सरकार अब देश से अलग थलग फट रही है। ये बिल इतने घातक हैं तभी सभी लोग जुड़ रहे हैं।
The farmer protests have not only made headlines in India but overseas as well. Agriculture is the primary source of income for over 58% of India's 1.36 billion population. Between the years 2015 and 2019, there have been over 55,000 farmer suicides across India. The main reason for these suicides is the debt trap that these farmers fall into. And when the produce is not up to the mark or when they cannot pay these loans back, they give up their lives.
आदमी दिल्ली जो है खुदकशी कर रहे हैं। पंजाब में 5 डेली खुदकशी कर रहे हैं। अभी तो औरतें भी खुदकशी करने लगी। कितनी जो है आर्थिक पक्ष हम लोग टूट चुके हैं।
With several highways blocked that lead into Delhi, it's been a huge nightmare for traffic in and out of the national capital region. This has affected food supplies coming in from North India into the national capital region. Speaking to wholesalers, they say at least 50% of food supply has been affected since these protests started in the last week of November.
कि हम सरकार को ये संदेश देना चाहते हैं कि जो देश का पेट भरता है आज आपकी गलत पॉलिसियों के कारण उसको भूखा बैठना पड़ रहा है।
In the month of December, there's already been a day where the farmers have called for a nationwide shutdown as well as nationwide protests.
8 ਤਰੀਕ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਾਲ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਆ ਪੂਰਨ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਭਾਰਤ ਬੰਦ ਦਾ ਸੱਦਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਸਾਰਾ ਭਾਰਤ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੰਦ ਕਰ ਦਵਾਂਗੇ।
On Monday, there was a hunger strike that was undertaken by representatives of farmer unions. Over 30 leaders from farmer unions undertook a 9-hour hunger strike.
ये एक सांकेतिक धरना है एक दिन के लिए सरकार को ये बताने के लिए कि हम लोगों का ये जो सत्याग्रह है ये बिल्कुल शांतिमय है। आज अभी सब मंचों पे हुआ है, जहाँ जहाँ पे धरने लगे हैं, चारों तरफ से जाम लगे हैं, वहाँ पे हुआ है और कल को ये हो सकता है भी हम लोगों को इसके लिए आगे भी बढ़ाना पड़े।
They have been sleeping in their tractors, they've been sleeping under trucks, they've been sleeping out in the cold. There are community kitchens that have been feeding them. A few NGOs have come forward to help them, but these farmers are absolutely clear. They will settle for nothing less than the repealing of those 3 controversial agricultural laws. The government on its part has repeatedly reached out to farmer unions. They've asked them to come to the table, sit and talk, But these multiple talks between the government representatives and the farmer representatives have reached no breakthrough yet.
एक तरफ तो वो किसानों को के साथ मीटिंगें कर रहे हैं, दूसरी तरफ है जो वो अपनी जिद पर अड़कर किसानों की मांगे मानने के लिए तैयार नहीं है।
जो 3 खेती मंडी तोड़ने वाले ऑर्डिनेंस लेके आए हैं और हमारी होंद को खतरा है, कारपोरेट जगत का हमारी जमीनों पे कब्जा होगा।
आजकल दिल्ली के आसपास किसानों को भ्रमित करने की बड़ी साजिश चल रही है। उन्हें डराया जा रहा है कि नए कृषि सुधारों के बाद किसानों की जमीन पर दूसरे कब्जा कर लेंगे।
This issue, the farmer protests that have been taking place since the last week of November, is clearly one of the most pressing issues that the Indian government faces currently. How are they battling COVID-19 when it's such a huge pandemic, not only for India, but across the world? When you speak to farmers, they blame the government for their plight.
अगर नहीं मानेंगे तो हमारा संघर्ष ऐसे ही चलेगा, हमारे को कोई रोक नहीं सकता, हमारा धरना है, इससे भी ऊपर जाएगा।
These farmers say when the lockdowns were on here in India during the beginning of COVID-19, when it hit India, these farmers were the ones who brought food to the table for millions of people who were locked up in their homes. People are now asking when will these protests end? So here's where the issue stands. The government is ready to repeatedly reach out to the farmer unions as they have in the past. They're ready to talk of amendments to these 3 controversial agricultural laws. But as far as the farmer unions are concerned, they do not want amendments. They want these 3 new agricultural laws to be repealed. And they will only stop the protest, they say, once they achieve that. Till then, it's all about who will blink first. They say they're ready to risk their lives because it is a matter of life and death for tens of thousands of these farmers from North India.